Right,
So you
right.
fix it.
Let's give it some thought.
Look at you go.
Because I already do a
Got it, girl.
fashion show in March.
Look at there you all are.
3 years, I do at the store. These are great shows.
Yeah.
We did something like in the summer, it could be like an
Oh, that's so
outside.
cool. Read all that.
Oh, good. Probably wouldn't want these dresses outside.
I was there last year, the last 2 years.
Oh, they winter.
Yeah, the cutest thing, Nancy did that one that used in town. And they were up. One of the wedding dresses that she wore in that fashion show. Really nice. She saw it, she said to my daughter, she said, I wore that wedding dress in a fashion show. It was a special moment for my daughter. My daughter looked at her, she said, oh, Mom, and I thought, I bet you were just still sitting there in the shed. It was just a sweet mother-daughter moment. I said, and she was.
Order a council meeting for the city of Fulton. Roll call, please, Tori.
Mayor Malone,
Here.
Alderperson Boonstra,
Here.
Berggraf, King,
Here.
Mask, Ratcliffe,
Here.
Sewell,
Here.
Van Campen,
Here.
Wilkie.
Here.
All right, please join me in pledge of allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, first we have a presentation here for Carrie. Will you join me in the front, Carrie?
Oh dear.
So Carrie is retiring, but she has ran the fun crew for the past 5 years.
We were trying to figure it out, 4 or 5,
4 or 5 years.
yeah.
It seems like
Yeah.
around too. So between bowling tournaments and sip and shop, Dutch Days kickoff, I wrote it down because I can't. Summer street party, Easter egg hunt, fall fest, trunk or treats, totally Tuesdays, like monthly meetings, and just the community involvement that you have led Fulton through. I thought with your retirement, it would just be nice to show you appreciation.
Well, that's very nice.
So you have a certificate here for you.
Oh. Very nice.
And I have a coin for you.
All right.
And Tori will take
How
a
nice
picture.
is that?
Thank you.
If there was a way to thank more volunteers, I would, because Jack, you all know, it takes a lot
Right.
more than just me. So thank you very much. This means a lot, really. It's awesome.
Thank you, Carrie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'd like to personally say too, as someone who's kind of worked alongside Carrie the last 4 or 5 years with Fulton Fun Crew, it's been an absolute pleasure, and I've learned a lot from you and really appreciate your guidance and just hope that we can carry on your legacy. So
I feel
you started
confident.
it, and I hope we can keep it going.
I think you guys will do a great job.
I'd like to add to that too, just especially with our public events in the police department with Holy Tuesdays, like if there's an issue with either one of us, I mean, we both want to reach out to people that get it done and make it work, and the goal was just to make the best event for the community possible. So and I guarantee you all the organizational skills and everything else and the scheduling, good luck finding somebody to replace that.
Well, and I would just reply back to that. I don't know another, I've not been around another community that has as much support from Public Works to the police, to the city, to all the volunteers, the business owners, everybody just pitched in. And it is nice to have people in your cell phone like Ted James that says, there's a food truck here that can't get running and they say they need this part. And you look at me like, I don't know what part it is, Gary. And I said, well, it's silver and it goes in the spot where it makes the heat go. And he said, that means nothing to me, I'll be right there. So you guys, there's a lot of people in Fulton that are interested in helping, and that's not gonna change. I can tell that from just me leaving isn't gonna make a change to how those things work. So y'all should be very proud to have all those people in your community, so. Yeah.
Well, we wish you well with your Packer.
Thank you. Yeah, I can't hardly wait to go to work tomorrow. Normally I would have walked in with a proud Packer jersey on tonight, but I did not think that was appropriate. But I did wear my shoes.
2 weeks.
I know you're right, I'm scared about that.
We might not have let you in.
Maybe I'll call in sick that day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for inviting me to witness this.
Well, where there's Carrie, there's Fred.
Yeah, I know,
That-
right.
That's just, that's just, I mean, like you say, a volunteer that just came out of the woodwork and then has been your right hand from,
She has been right and left hand. That's what happens when you retire. And you make yourself available, and you say once, yes.
So you didn't have to find stuff to do, Carrie found it for you.
Yes. And you know, I will say, and I'm handing it down, but we started out with a group of like maybe 4 volunteers, and now I have 4 sheets of volunteers who voluntarily gave us their phone number, their name, their email address, and said, call us when we can help. And we have called on them. We've needed trucks and we've needed things that I don't have.
And all the volunteers fit a specific part of the mold.
Yep.
It's a puzzle, and each person kind of does something different. That's how it all comes together.
I still proudly have my t-shirt, so.
Wear it proud.
Because you're still gonna need it.
Yes, you will.
with a body in it.
I used to text Dwayne, are you on duty today? And oh, you're not. Guess what? Please will help.
Usually followed by the words, by chance.
By chance, you know.
Alright. Tori, any visitor communication?
No.
Alright, item 7, the consent agenda. All items on the consent agenda will be enacted by a single motion and roll call vote. Any item may be removed upon request by the mayor or any alternate. Considered individually after all other items of business on the consent agenda. We have approve the regular meeting minutes from November 12th, 2025. Approve the bill list and then the treasury report dated October 31st, 2025. May I have a motion?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion?
No, I'd like to compliment Tori, though. I thought she did a really good job on the minutes. We had a lot of discussion at the last meeting and really explained it very well. I thought it was really well done.
Yep.
Thanks for that.
Thank you.
We have a lot
Appreciate
of-
the level of detail.
Yeah, me too.
I have some questions on the bill list, if I may. So just so the whole council knows, I already emailed Ally on this, and I was like, we don't send out 6 checks to Delta Dental, do we? And she calmly explained to me that it's not actually 6 different line items for Delta or for the healthcare fund. Those are just a breakdown of which funds they come out of, even though it doesn't really say on here. I'm assuming that there's probably a larger spreadsheet that would show which exact funds it comes out of. It does have a little bit in the description. Is this what Cassell generates?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's our new system? Is that the new one? No.
No, this is the same system we've had.
Oh, okay. So we are getting something new.
It's a newer, updated version of the
Oh,
same
okay.
thing.
Okay. So it'll still have the same name. Okay.
So, just wanted to give that quick explanation if anybody else was wondering. I did have a question on, where was it? Bullet Hoffman and Porter Brothers, are these the final payments?
Porter Brothers is,
Excuse me, specifically for the 7th and 14th Avenue
Right.
project.
yes, we are still withholding a little bit of money. We do on every project, we withhold a little bit and we see how it holds up over winter time. And then we'll issue final payment, beginning of next year, which would be roughly $5,000.
Okay. Okay.
But then the engineering, yeah, that should be everything.
For that project.
Correct.
And I guess where I'm going with this is, you know, when we see the end of the month treasurer's report for November, you know, seeing that actually subtracted out from the funds that paid that bill.
Yep.
Or those bills, I guess I should say. One other question, the TIF matters. I'm assuming that relates to our TIF districts. Just was wondering exactly what that was for.
So we had our annual TIF meeting last week. And Rob Lasage has, various paperwork he has to fill out for that. He is our TIF attorney. So he filled out all that paperwork on our behalf, submitted it to the state, and then we had our TIF meeting, and he will get the minutes from that, and this is part of our yearly TIF requirement, have a year-end, end-of-year meeting.
All right, that was my question.
And then I noticed that adjustment still hasn't been made on the treasurer's report. We were asking the treasurer to,
For,
when she does the video gaming and the,
so I look back, I just went back at our minutes, so I look back at last year for October. And last year for 2024, we brought in $10,250 into video gaming. I still haven't gotten an answer on where the $17,000 monthly average comes from. So I'm still waiting on an answer from that, but I just went back to see what we brought in last year this time.
yeah, that adjustment had not yet been made, so, okay, I'm just checking on that. Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? Roll call please, Tori.
Alderperson Boonstra,
Yes?
Bergreff, King,
Yes.
Mask,
Yes.
Ratcliffe,
Yes.
Sewell,
Yes.
Van Campen,
Yes.
Wilken,
Yes.
All right, next we have current business, motion to approve and vote on ordinance 1769, our 2% tax levy that we agreed on last meeting.
So moved.
Motion,
Second.
discussion, these are the amounts with the 2% added.
I had a conversation this morning with a business, or someone who owns property here in Fulton but doesn't live here, and he was complaining about his tax increase, and I said, that was not us. We did not do that, Tom. It was something on the county with the real estate taxes that he was complaining about. I said, no, we didn't. We didn't raise the levy as much as we have in the past, so it wasn't us.
Well, we probably did in the past. This one will be next year.
Yes, well, that's true. Going forward, we didn't.
All right, anyone else? Roll call please, Tori.
Alderperson Bergreff, King,
Yes.
Mask,
Yes.
Ratcliffe,
Yes.
Sewell,
Yes.
Van Campen. Yes. Wilken,
Yes.
Boonstra,
Yes.
All right, next we have a motion to approve an omnibus vote abating the tax levy for the year 2025 for principal and interest general obligation bonds, taxable series 2019 and 2020. Motion, please.
So moved. I'll second.
All right, discussion on this one?
Are any of these done this year?
Nope, not these two. The 2012, is done as of this year.
Okay. Give me a refresher, Eric. Don't we abate all the taxes for anything that we take a loan on and bonds are issued?
Yeah.
We do? Okay.
Minus like an EPA loan, we don't have to abate those, but bonds that we issue with tax dollars all have to be abated every year.
Gotcha. Okay.
Anyone else? Roll call, Tori, please.
Alderperson King,
Yes.
Mask,
Yes.
Ratcliffe,
Yes.
Sewell,
Yes.
Van Campen. Yes. Wilken,
Yes.
Boonstra,
Yes.
Bergreff.
Just realized that too.
All right, next, items 10 and 11, we're gonna skip over. We voted on these in the November 12th meeting that was brought to my attention by Rebecca. And if you need a reminder, everyone voted yes, but Mindy and Kathy were absent. So we move on to number 12, motion to approve and vote on canceling the fall city council meeting on December 22nd. Motion, please.
Support.
Discussion? Let me find, well, it's not in the packet, but we already talked about this last week. Do we wanna cancel? I can be here, I'm just saying, you know,
I won't be here, I have family stuff.
Yeah, I think we all agreed to cancel. Yeah.
all right, roll call please, Tori?
Alderperson Mask,
Yes.
Ratcliffe,
No.
Sewell,
Yes.
Van Campen. Yes. Wilken,
Yes.
Yes.
Boonstra, Berggraf, King.
Yes.
I mean, if you wanna hang out with us, you
Yeah.
can just.
I would love to.
All right, next we have a motion to approve and vote on the employee holiday bonus. We discussed this last time. Motion, please.
So moved.
Support.
Discussion, we discussed, 400 for full-time employees, 200 for part-time employees. Does anyone have any other?
Is that on paper anywhere in the packet?
Not in
No.
this one.
We just discussed
Maybe
it
in
last.
minutes.
Yeah, can I ask that when we do have, anytime there's a motion that it is, like, the information's printed in the packet?
Yeah.
Like, there should be a page next to every motion with what we're voting
I
on.
agree,
agree.
we've always had, city administrator always provides an agenda note sheet prior. And then there is always a pro and a con,
Or at least just a summary of the discussion that was held at the meeting prior.
Well, it's in the minutes. Do you need it if it's in the minutes from last meeting? Like,
Well,
it's on page 6.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure we do, because
Yes.
you're asking us to vote on a motion, vote and approve on a holiday bonus, but the bonus isn't outlined anywhere, right? I don't even,
What do you mean?
bonus isn't outlined anywhere
In the motion.
in the motion. There's no motion. It's on the agenda, but there's no,
Actually, we shouldn't even have to vote on this. It's been voted before that that's what we were doing from year to year. Until we have it to where we wanna change it, it wouldn't be changed. This has been a motion that's been approved by the council.
so we passed a resolution in the past
Yes.
and
And that's what it was
continuing
until.
resolution?
Huh?
A continuing resolution?
Yes.
Okay, so,
It
and I'm just
shouldn't-
asking
Unless
as,
we get to the point where we wanna change it, we shouldn't have to vote on it. It should have been just paid out.
okay, so if I was a resident and wanted to go look to see where this resolution was, I'd be able to find it online probably?
Probably.
Okay,
It should, I mean, we voted, how long ago was this?
About 3 years ago.
Yeah, I was gonna think
Longer than that,
3, 4
I
years
The
ago.
last time we changed.
It was the last time we changed it, and that's the only time we vote on it, is when we're gonna change it, because before, when the old amounts, we just always paid it every year.
okay. And I wanna be clear, I'm not opposed to the bonuses. I would just like the documentation to be there, either through the past resolution that says it's continuing resolution, that it goes onward every year until the council votes otherwise, or
I agree.
annually, you know, reaffirming annually that we do want to move forward.
I think
And now
Now we
we're
got it on here, so we can vote on it.
Yeah, I think before we used to just have it, bonuses will be given, and it was on
Yeah.
a date.
On a certain
That-
date,
yeah.
that it was gonna be given out.
Holiday bonuses to employees, that's how we used to have it, I don't,
Yeah, it used to be just a vote. Are we paying the bonuses this year? Yes or no?
Okay.
But then we went, I think it was about 3 years ago, we went in and changed the amount.
Okay,
We upped the amount, I mean, we had gone with the old amount for quite a few years.
sure.
So it was time to give them a little bit more. But
And it,
the way I understood it was a continuing resolution.
okay.
So, I mean, it's on here, we gotta vote, we'll vote on it, but I'm just saying, I didn't understand why we were.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, cause I wasn't here last meeting,
Sure.
so I wouldn't, I could have voiced that last meeting if I'd been here, but.
Sure. So I'm okay if we orally state that, what the bonuses are, but moving forward, if we can have that documentation, I would appreciate it.
Okay.
And that's not for this one, that's for any time.
That's just a good reminder.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Roll call, Lori, please.
Alderperson King,
Yes.
Mask,
Here, oh, here, yes,
Ratcliffe,
I think I'm here.
Sewell,
Yes.
Van Campen. Yes. Wilkin,
Yes.
Wiltshire,
Yes.
McGrath.
All right, next is page 29. You have a proposed 2026 city council meeting dates. These are just based off our current ordinance of second and fourth Monday of every month. The first one that caught my attention was Memorial Day, probably because it says Memorial Day right beside it, which is a federal holiday, and I think historically the meeting was canceled. So are we like canceling that or scheduling it and not having it, or, you know?
So for a little context, these would be all the dates that we would meet. Now, if there's a date, you know, like the 28th or the, you know, May 25th, we don't wanna meet, we can take those off our schedule. So that way they're not listed, because we have to publish this list beginning of January. So you'll approve it at the next meeting. And these will be all the dates that we're going to meet, assuming there's not some circumstance where we can't meet. So this would be what you would essentially be paid for.
Can we amend the list to say May 26th?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Or we can eliminate it, but I don't know if we have by ordinance that we have to have 2 scheduled a month.
I don't think there's anything in the ordinance I'd have to look, but not that I know of. I'll double check just to verify, but.
I don't think it says we have to have 2 a month, it just says that they're the second and fourth Monday of the month. But we're not coming to the next meeting this month.
Oh, sure. Have to
So-
vote now.
I mean, I'm just, you know, if we're gonna plan ahead, are we planning on coming here December 28th next year? Cause if we're not, we can just take it off the schedule now. And then if we're not coming on Memorial Day, which we are legally allowed to do, we can take it off the schedule now. But if we need the meeting, we can always call a special meeting.
I don't remember us ever meeting on a Memorial Day.
No,
I don't either.
We either switched to another night or we didn't have the meeting.
we just didn't have it.
Yeah. But again,
So
if
just
we,
take it off the list.
Just take them
that's
off.
what I'm
Both of these,
proposing.
yes,
Just take it off the list, and if we need a special meeting, then
call a special.
we'll just call a special meeting.
And usually, okay, like, well, December 28th, it's after Christmas, but I don't know if people are still traveling or what
Right.
have you. So, cause like I said, all the years that I've been on, we've never had that second meeting
Yeah.
in December.
So just take a quick verbal count of who wants to take off Memorial Day, and then a separate count for who wants to take off December 28th for the dates, the official dates.
Well, and then October 12th is Columbus Day. It's not written there, but it is Columbus Day, which is a holiday and there's no school, but City Hall is still open.
We've always met.
I just bring it to your attention,
I think
like,
we're
it's,
good.
it's another federal holiday. You know?
Does Casimir Pulaski Day fall on one of these?
No, I looked them up.
Martin Luther King Day.
Day after Easter, we checked, not on here, but yeah, so, okay, May
I think that's
25,
the only two that I see on here that,
May 25 remove?
Yes.
Yeah. And December 28?
yes.
Alright, so we'll,
I'll rewrite that and then you guys can vote on it at the next meeting.
Yeah, we will be here.
At the next meeting?
at the next meeting.
January.
Oh, I thought you said you wanted to have it up by January.
No, we just have to approve it in January.
Okay.
Oh,
And we'll keep
I
Columbus
said
Day?
it had to be posted.
Yeah,
Okay.
just all come in and vote.
Alright, next discussion, we have right-of-way usage permit here from Comcast of Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio. And if you look at page 35, basically, there's that green line on your map is where they want to run a wire from Illinois over the bridge over to Iowa. I talked to Eric today. This would be basically like your property between your sidewalk and the street. Not in your yard, if that makes sense.
It's directional boring.
Yes, it is. Yeah, this is, they had approached me about 2-3 weeks ago. And we had a meeting, just right after our, November meeting. Two representatives came down, and what they're trying to do is build a redundant system, because they have a lot bigger footprint in the Quad City area. So this line, is going down to Eldridge to build the redundancy. So if for some reason there's an outage in Davenport, they're still getting their Comcast fiber from the north. So that's essentially what they're trying to do. He said, would they ever build out Fulton? He said, potentially. He said, but as of right now, they don't have any plans to build out Fulton.
So it's a main fiber line for them?
Correct.
Do they pay us anything?
Yep, there'll be a franchise agreement. Once we get closer, we can talk about their franchise agreement and, what that might entail. I looked through, what they had given me, for their permit. I didn't notice anything that stood out to me. I sent it to Rebecca for her to take a look at. I mean, it's a pretty cut and dry contract from what I can read. They're just looking more or less for permission from us to go through town, and then, he said they would set up the franchise agreement once they got closer to the build out date, and
When's it supposed to be?
it'd be sometime later next year, but they have to get all these communities lined up for the right of way, permits. They have to get all those lined up before they can even start designing the build out, so late next year sometime.
Is this 100% in the third ward then?
Yes.
I like the map. Can I get a copy of that map?
Nice looking map. Can I ask a question just about the whole like fiber line thing? So we have Surf now, Frontier just did their thing. You said, would you ever, do we want another option? Like, this is just
Well,
a
this-
hypothetical, like, to think
Yeah.
about.
Like if they were to ever build out,
Yeah, like, how many providers are gonna keep coming and digging up our yards and running their lines, cause it's pretty annoying. Like, I've lived through 2 now and I don't
Yeah.
want any more to come.
yeah,
I want someone downtown.
I don't know.
Frontier's here. They were trying to sell me the other day.
I don't know if we can limit how many are
Seriously?
in town.
Cheap, $80 a month.
That would,
I want Minicom.
that would be a question for Rebecca.
I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, I don't know on that one.
Can we charge them right away to use it? Is there?
You can charge them a right of way permit, but that's just a one-time fee.
So you can't charge them every year that they're
Well, that's
taking
what
space?
that's what the franchise agreement is.
But they'll buy out your.
But like for, say, Surf Internet, Frontier pays a franchise agreement, but the way Surf Internet is primarily run, they do not qualify for franchise agreements. At least as of this point, so maybe in the future that'll change, but as of this point, they don't pay us anything, they come in and they're about.
So we, the city of Fulton, do not get anything for recurring for them simply having the fiber optic lines in our town.
Yeah, cause we're doing them a favor.
Like for Surf, you mean?
Yeah, for Surf or Frontier.
Well, Frontier has a franchise agreement, so we do get money from them every year.
But that's paid through the customer though, correct?
Right, well, we get paid regardless.
Okay, and that's what I'm
Yeah.
asking, just simply for having something in our ground and
Yeah,
interrupting
we get
our
paid a set
neighborhood.
fee for Frontier and MediaCom. Those are the 2 franchise agreements that we do have. Like I said, there is nothing for Surf. I've asked some other communities if they've gotten anything. Unfortunately, they don't qualify for the franchise agreement. Why that is, I don't know,
That's interesting.
but
How they
So
can
just
use
going
it.
back, and this is just more of a help me understand type of statement. How is Surf able to come into a community like ours and just start
Yeah.
digging?
They
lines
came
the
in
road?
and essentially asked permission to start running fiber lines.
And I don't want it to like come across as I'm not grateful for having
Yeah,
multiple fiber optic lines. I have Surf Internet and I'm very grateful for it. It's just kind of what was alluded to, like, you know, is it 10 redundant different companies? And this is not a statement for now, but why can't they just run off the same thing and do like a co-charge like cell phone towers do?
Yeah.
That's a different
Right.
a lot of them.
conversation,
We're gonna run
but
our
A lot of
own.
them actually
Too much
piggyback off of each other, like Surf Internet is actually run off of iFiber, which is Stratus Internet. They run off of the same fiber line, which is weird because we can lose internet here at City Hall, but the rest of town still has internet, but they're run off the same fiber line.
it's interesting.
But Frontier ran their own lines.
Correct,
They're not
they
running
upgraded all their own lines.
Yeah.
But they already own those lines, so.
Yes, but I found out they're on their, they
So
have their
copper to fiber
own little
optic.
like network that is only for the schools. So the new stuff that they did that is residential is not on the same network that the schools, cause school's always down,
Yeah.
it seems like, if we have Frontier.
So I would like to know what just their right to have this main line running through our town that for right now doesn't give us any service brings to us. And really for Ward 3, you know, it's gonna disturb your guys' neighborhood exclusively. You know, I feel like you guys should have, at least for now, I don't know, a large say for your constituents.
I'm assuming they chose Fulton because the bridge is here, and if we say no, they're gonna have to go up to Savannah, Sebula, jump the river there.
To be honest, I don't know what they would do at that point in time, they had just asked if we would sit down and meet, and then me bring it to the council, but yeah, why they chose this route, I don't have a good answer for you, this is what they presented to me.
Now, CertNet come to our council.
Yeah.
CertNet did.
Yep.
None of these other have, so what's the difference here?
They just came and asked if I could come, I mean, obviously Comcast is a Chicago-based company, and that is their primary, but they're trying to build out, you know, a lot of the smaller markets like the Quad Cities, and not that the Quad Cities is small, but, you know, they're just trying to build a redundant system, you know, much like ComEd or anybody else does. I'm sure if I requested them, they would be here.
So by them doing this, does that benefit us here in town for anything? No. Then why are we gonna let them do it?
Well, cause monetary, cause we'll get,
Well, we'll get money out of that, we'll get some money out of the franchise agreement by them having that fiber that runs through town
Is that every year or just a one time?
every year,
Oh,
as long as
It's
it's.
kind of like a
here.
cell phone tower being on your property, they kind of have to pay you, right?
Yeah,
Like-
Do we know the amount?
I don't know the amount yet.
okay, I have a question, and it may seem whatever, but I'm not a dictionary. What do they mean by a redundant thing?
So if one part goes down, you have redundancy to use, they're gonna use the northern loop to supply Davenport, so.
It's just, okay, so it's like
It completes the
connection.
circle.
It's a, yeah, okay. Can't you just say that instead?
Sorry, next time, I'll leave you with that.
It must be a lot cheaper for them to connect through a bridge because if you remember back when the I-74 bridge was being constructed, there was all the time down there was gonna be outages as they were moving the fiber lines, so it's a valuable, I guess, asset for us to have. I'm not trying to squeeze anybody, but I sure would like to know the number.
Yeah, I can work on trying to get that, like I said, I don't have anything as of right now, but this is all just kind of came to light within the last, couple weeks.
Well, if they can't come to us, then they don't know where they think they would wanna come to our city council and talk to us.
well, they probably would if we asked.
Yep.
Yeah, and they did say, you know, if they need to come to a meeting, they'd be more than happy.
So the streets would just be tore up for a while?
No.
Just the grass.
It's that grass piece between your sidewalk and the road. That's what they said.
So it's really not the personal property.
Right, it's
City
technically
right
city
away.
property.
And that's what, 15th Avenue?
It's like 15th or 16th.
15.
It looks 16th.
I assume they'll be on one side of the road or the other.
Yeah, I don't know specifics yet.
I'd wanna know.
I mean, they haven't built it out yet, so that part I can't tell you for sure, but.
All right, well, maybe we can.
And again, this, appreciate, if they're going out 15th, because I think 15th, all the cars are parked along that road, a lot of them.
13th to
yeah.
15th, 15th to 4th.
That's just an inconvenience to the constituents, but
Depending on where it's at, there's only parking on one side of the street.
Right.
Looks like it
yes,
goes on.
right on the,
And I would.
On the south side, yeah, no parking. So if they ran on that side, it really wouldn't affect any parking, so to speak.
good point.
Well, and like finding out how long it takes, you know, do they get through a block in a week or, you know? is it-
Yeah, and luckily down on 15th Avenue, really the only thing that they would have to contend with is our water and sewer, which I can't imagine they're gonna be that deep, but
Yeah,
it's happening. But this was just some information I wanted to bring to you guys, and I'll see when I can get Comcast to come to the next meeting and answer any questions that may arise, and maybe have a little better idea of where they're actually thinking about running this line.
So maybe just a conversation with the Clinton administration, because obviously they're going over there. I assume running it through, the boulevard, maybe out to, the bypass.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they're gonna run it once they get to Iowa.
I'm just saying, what's Clinton getting in, or is Clinton getting fiber over there and we're just a pass through?
That may be, yeah, I don't have a good answer for you.
It's got two new fiber companies over there.
Did they?
who's there?
Miles is one of them. There's another one going in, but I'm not sure which
The one from
it is.
Miles Iowa was very popular. I heard positive things about that.
I know some people over there that's got the Miles.
And to think, 40 years ago, we didn't do any of this.
40 years ago, we didn't need it.
But it reminds me kind of that rural electric thing that came through the country and everybody wanted everybody to have as much service as they could possibly get. And so it was a lot.
I remember living on Epsom Road and I couldn't, you know, turn the antennas just so you can get 468. Alright, next one.
All right, next in your packet is the, just for information, your committee reports, you can read those. Economic Development, Chief of Police Report, Public Safety Report, and Historical Society. Beyond that, we'll move to any alderman comments, and I would just like to say, Christmas walk looked like a hit. Thank you, Rebecca.
Yes.
I seen the pictures out there, I didn't make it down there, but it was looked like a fun event. And then, Chief, I know that you guys did the toy drive. There's over $3,000.
Another seller, yep.
Cash and tons of toys. Did you feel that?
Filled up, all the tables at the fire department were full, so,
Okay.
but we still had some extra room.
You guys are still taking stuff though,
Yep.
correct? Okay, I got something. I'll drop off.
So just, thanks for those. Anyone else?
I have one quick, have we figured out when we're getting the lights up downtown?
Lamppost date, do we have a date?
I do not have a date, they got shipped the breakaways and then they went to set a pole and found out they were wrong breakaways, so. it was
Right,
really-
but that, wasn't it Logan gonna look or something like that?
I've contacted Tri-City, I haven't gotten, all I was told was they hoping to have them by the end of last week, but obviously they didn't do anything today, so
But that was probably more weather related.
maybe. And I did not get any updates today, so I'll try to get in the morning and see if they've gotten them yet.
And what is it they're missing? I know there's a component that they're.
It's the breakaways that go on the bottom of the pole, so that way if somebody were to run into the pole, the light post would essentially just fall over and not take the whole foundation
I knew it
out.
was something really important.
Yep.
I just didn't know what it was.
Have we gotten any, more information for, loan rates for the concrete?
I've only gotten the one from Central Bank so far.
Okay. Who else do we normally go to?
I contacted Community State Bank. They were going to have a board meeting to see if they were willing to take that on. And then Shane had reached out to Citizens First Bank as well,
Okay,
and they
They're not
had
gonna take it.
declined.
They decline.
okay. So we'll discuss the central rate at the 16th meeting. Okay.
Who'd you talk to at Citizens?
And I know we talked about this at the last meeting. Is Will Hoffman going to come and talk to us at any point?
They are gonna be here at the first meeting in January. They had a conflict for tonight, so he said he could be here for the January meeting. So January 12th, Willow Hoffman will be here.
So if everybody could have their questions ready about phase 2, any concerns that we might have, so they can address them. Mine are gonna be around timeline and how long each individual block will be closed.
In the order.
Correct.
Yeah, the order looks like we can change that either way. So if we want them to start on the north or we wanna start on the south, it's really not much of a difference, so we just have to pick where we wanna start and that's where they'll go.
Have we put, is this before it can go up for bid? Like, we
Yes,
haven't
it
got to
is.
that process yet,
Correct.
right? Okay.
But it's looking like it'd be about a 4-week per block.
4 weeks for every block? I guess I didn't realize it was that long for each block.
Well, and the only reason for that is with concrete, it has to sit for a minimum of 14 days before they can allow traffic on it. You know, once it goes down, it's gotta sit for so long to cure and then traffic can get put on it. And that's assuming we still stick with the one-way traffic, which as far as I know, we are still sticking with one-way traffic going to the north. That's at least the indication I've given Will Hoffman based on the past council vote.
Right.
Oh, we're concreting it.
All right, anyone else?
We had a big long discussion about this, Kathy.
I know, that's why I'm asking.
Because concrete was gonna be
Is the
600,000,
Yeah,
asphalt was
that's
gonna be
right.
400,000, but concrete lasted
It's in
40
40
years,
years,
asphalt
asphalt
only lasted
20.
20. We
Yeah.
just gotta
We'll get you
get
there,
Kathy
Kathy.
back up
We'll
to
get you
speed,
there.
right?
I'm just like, wait a minute, I thought we were doing.
I bet it's in minutes.
Christmas lights in?
Yes, but we do have
No
poles.
poles to put.
Well, we have the poles, they're just not up, so.
Next year.
Well, hopefully here in the next couple weeks, the poles will be up and then
Christmas
once,
is in like,
2
once
weeks.
they're done, we can have them, cause they're
But they're
the
snowflakes, they can go
so-
away.
Exactly. They're not
So
Christmas
they can
lights.
go.
that's
up.
true, they can stay up
They can stay up till Easter.
till March,
That's right.
Oh, geez.
February.
So this, I want to make a statement, and this is in regards to the notes that I read from the Economic Development Committee, page 36, specifically line item C, something I thought about after our last council meeting. I don't know when the city has given any real consideration about expanding the city limits, but I think that's something that we can at least have a conversation around, because as of right now, the former land that we kind of put, in place 20 years ago or however long ago it was to expand down where you have 3D trailers and such now, all that land's completely spoken for now. So if you are a business or anything really, you're looking on the other side of 84, south of 30, right?
That's correct.
To build something which won't benefit us from a sales tax perspective or from a property tax perspective. So, I started looking at maps, but what would it take? And it's a little bit harder to annex than I actually realized. You gotta go through a voting process, you gotta get over half of the people within the next land have to approve, plus you have to have 51% of the actual land area. But if it's something that, we wanna think about, whether that be, east to where like Agar King area is, or if it's more north of there where that new subdivision is, across 84, or even, that land actually has land where you could use, you know, I think about, the houses that are along the golf course, you know, we could annex that, but unless you get that farmland included, there's really no area to expand for any future business. But I'd like to think about that, you know, get that discussion rolling, just put that in the rest of you guys' heads, because we don't have any land. If somebody wanted to come in here and say, I wanna put in a gas station or a truck stop gas station, it wouldn't be on our land right now.
Well, we've met tonight as a follow-up from that meeting.
Okay,
So those are last 10 minutes.
sure, and like this.
And we resolved, we arrived at the same decision you just did. There really is. We looked at everything and there really was nowhere to go.
But isn't that?
Currently, right?
Currently,
Yeah.
that's right.
This is part of the comprehensive strategic plan, correct? That they will-
The comprehensive plan will help identify some areas to where we could potentially expand to. The Route 31, has definitely been talked about. The problem is the individual that owns it and actually letting go of it. That is why it didn't sell the last time.
And I wanna
So-
delineate something real quick. I'm not talking about purchasing land. I'm talking about annexing
Sure.
expanding our city limits outward.
Yep. So if there, I believe the way this works with annexation is, whoever that property owner would be would have to come to the city, request to annex in. And then that process does take some time, typically around 4 to 6 months, obviously depending on how boards meet. But, yeah, no, it's definitely, we talked about it tonight at our meeting about what we could
It's
do.
just a
so-
follow-up from that one. Those are the
Yep,
minutes from
so
the last meeting.
Sure.
It's definitely on our radar.
Just keeping, sorry, just.
Maybe I can join the next one.
Yeah,
and
we'd love to have you
discuss
come,
it.
yeah.
But just thinking ahead, because right now, we have all the land that we once, you know, marketed and.
Took us 10 years from the time we bought it.
Sure.
Took us 10 years to develop those 100.
The only prime land that I think about all the time is the farmland, you know, up on the north end. But I think about that more for residential. Just thinking about what we would need to expand out from an annexation standpoint is probably east, I would guess. But, you know,
I don't see that land coming our way. Anytime we get that land, we're not.
no, and like, I know that Little Oak is a very specific community, and you would have to convince over half of them to do it.
We just talked about
Mr.
that
Radcliffe, you're gonna
tonight,
need to give me 2 more cops if I gotta take. I'm gonna need 2 more cops for Little Oak.
That was all I wanted to say.
Well, thank
I'm
you.
glad you read the minutes. I appreciate that.
Anyone else? All right, motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
See you next year.
All right,
Eric, you're-
Merry Christmas.
And a happy new year.
You got
Wait, they wanna go outside.
for anything timeline for summer removal?
Sure did, and then some, you know.
I call it a brush attachment, it's like a snowblower they attach to the front of a small track.
And like, you know, he has.
They do the big sidewalks.